This video is about equilibrium. So the keyword in question is which temperature and pressure condition will yield the most amount of SO3. And the concept of this question is temperature and pressure effect on equilibrium. So let's first discuss temperature and its effect on equilibrium. So we first need to determine if the reaction is exothermic or endothermic. And here, because the enthalpy of reaction is given to us, we can look at the sign. So it's a negative sign, which means it's an exothermic reaction. And in an exothermic reaction, it gives off heat. So heat is a product. So if we were to increase the temperature, we're actually increasing the amount of product. So that will affect the equilibrium, and it will shift to the left to achieve that equilibrium state again. Vice versa, if we were to decrease heat or decrease temperature, we're decreasing the product. So now you can guess that the equilibrium will shift to the right as a result. Now let's talk about pressure and its effect on equilibrium. So with pressure, we need to look at the number of moles of gas in this reaction. So on the reactant side, we have the total of 3 mole of gas. And on the product side, we have the total of 2 mole of gas. So there is more moles of gas in the reactants and less mole of gas in the products. And pressure will favor the side with less mole of gas because it's more condensed, basically. So here we have pressure. So if we were to increase pressure, it will favor the products with less mole of gas, so it will shift to the right. And if we were to decrease pressure, it will be the opposite. It will shift to the left, where there's more mole. So going back to the question asks us about temperature and pressure, which will yield the most SO3, so which is the product side, right here. And so we know that it's an exothermic reaction, and heat is a product. So to achieve more product, we need to decrease heat so that the equilibrium will shift to the right. So we need a low temperature, and there's more mole of gas in the reactants than there is moles of gas in the product. So we need to increase pressure so that it will shift to the right as well. So pressure is high, and our final answer is B.